And hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am once again here bringing you some finals on our last day, and it looks like my cameras have frozen ever so slightly there. It's okay. I'm joined not by the Germans, but by the girls. It is Tofu and Joy. Tofu, how are you doing this wonderful Sunday afternoon?
I'm very, very cold and cozy, but I'm happy to be here today casting the Division 1 Plus with Joy K and yourself.
And how about you, Joy?
I am doing just fine. I'm a little bit tired, worked until like 4 in the morning yesterday, but I'm definitely up and awake now, had my coffee, so I'm ready to go.
That is exactly where we want to be. A little bit of coffee when you wake up at 10 minutes before your stream is my standard, to be honest. So you don't get production quality like this without a good night's sleep, and that is the lesson for today. We've got two incredible teams coming up here, though. Let's start with the fan club. They are our new arrival in the what appears to be Division 1 Plus King of the Hill finals at this point. Tofu, who are the Bobby Kotick fan club?
The oh, who are they? That's a really important question. Well, we have a few people on the roster. We'll see if they officially all five do show up, or one of the five. We have Virtual, Alcarad, Malganir, Ewe, Ewawi, Iwie,
Yeah.
Yasu, and of course Ixir. A lot of very recognizable names, I'm sure, from either people running into them into Storm League or on their own streams or in some other random fiestas.
Yeah.
How about
Sounds
our,
good.
our 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 resident champions for more times than I can count at this point? Currently going under the disguise of Kelvin misses these every day, right? I mean, unrecognizable from their previous team names. How we've managed to piece this together, many hours of detective work. But Joy, what can you tell me about them?
Well, yeah. How could they possibly come up with a name like that, right? Um, so far from what they used to be. If it was X-Ray wins these every day, X-Ray misses them every day. Well, X-Ray is definitely here this time. And so are some more of your favorite people from the Heroes of the Storm community. So it's X-Ray, it's Bad Benny, it's Skook, it's no other than Hasuops, and of course my own partner, who is actually sitting right next to me right now playing this finals, is Max Passion. And Bergul's also on the roster, just to add.
But Burgle was there too.
Yeah, Bergul's there too. I don't know if he's playing. Is Bergul playing? No, doesn't
Nope.
seem like it.
No Burgle today. Oh well, I can't have them every time. Apparently the audio mixing was a little bit off. Sorry about that. Hopefully everyone's hearable and audible now at least. And if I've fixed it too much the other way, then I'm sure everyone will tell me instantly, because the lovely people in Twitch chat, they just, they're here for me to make sure that any minor little production kink can get ironed out instantly. You gotta admire that level of dedication. We've got our map drafts in though. Have you guys seen that? Can I leave that to you, or would you? We're in
I
match.
think.
We're in match lounge 2. We've had our blue team, or winning the toss if you like, getting their first pick, and so the fan club have banned out Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple, and the red team, they've banned out Tomb of the Spider Queen and Alterac Pass, and that means they've then picked us Towers of Doom. So, Towers of Doom, first pick taken by our good friends Kelvin Misty's every day. What are we expecting here?
Well,
One
Towers of
thing I'm
Doom is.
Oh, that's gonna
We
happen more
both
than
took a nice
once.
little pause to see who starts. We started at the exact same time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll kick it off. I've just got a really small comment to make here, and that's that I think we're going to see a really high priority on to Stukov, not just on this map but throughout the whole series. It's one of the most picked heroes in the top three actually for both of the teams. Um, but it's Chelvin Misses every day has got 100% win rate on the Stukov. So perhaps a little bit more priority for them, but we shall see.
For Bobby Kotick Fan Club, it is one of the maps that they actually don't have one of the highest win rates on. They've played it on it 4 times and only won 50% of the games. But one thing I do expect from this team is that I wonder maybe they'll put some prioritization on Leoric. I don't know if anyone's knows this or has seen the stats that they have picked Leo 21 times. That is an absurd amount of times to pick Leo, and also with a ridiculous 90% win rate as well. So it's a really high win rate and high pick rate.
What is the appeal, I wonder, for Leoric? I mean, on this map, it's obvious he's very good. There's almost no double soaker that can equal him. And of course, the late game potential with the Entombed, the Buried Alive. But what is the appeal in playing that much Leoric, I wonder?
Indeed, it'll be interesting to see why they pick it. But like you said, on this map, I think Leo will show his strengths. Another one that's picked quite high, quite often, and also high win rate is Nubrak. And we've just been seeing a Nubrak shining a little bit more, despite the fact that he hasn't been getting, a whole lot of buffs in the last couple of patches. He's just such a high pick tank at the moment. So I'm expecting to see him being sniped up anytime soon.
We will see.
The combination of that Entomb value and the ability to die in team fights means that he's just very valuable in the off lane. He can come in and find those engages on that short fishing cooldown, right? And very difficult to stop him wraith walking through your team as well. So you can't try and shut him down in the same way that you might a Urel, where you can try and CC her away from your backline. And it's very versatile as well in how you want to build it. You can take the sort of W auto styles that really bully big beefy heroes out, where you can go for the E style and try and deny the enemy their burst follow-ups. He's got a lot of good things going for that spooky boy. I wonder if we'll see the same Stukov prioritization now that we've seen a slight reduction to his health, although, and more interestingly, Rhaegar has suddenly sprung onto the meta after a good solid year and a half of complete total obscurity. The dog appears to be back and in a major way with that level 1 cleanse.
Yeah, you're right. He's been picked up a lot more popularly in Storm League with something over like a 60% win rate at the moment. He's been picked very, very often, and for such a support, for years now, Rhaegar was considered one of the harder supports, we'll say, just because he is melee and things like that. So the fact that he has such a high win rate just shows how extremely powerful he is. And now with the cleanse at level 1, it really negates a certain tank pick that we do see quite often as well. One of them being Varian, with the level 4 taunt. He was always such a strong pick and such a safe pick as well, because after level 4, you have a single target blow up composition that you can pull off. But now with the Rhaegar cleanse, it completely negates it. And also, I mentioned a Nubrak earlier, and that kind of engage also is negated as well with that cleanse. That also has a reduction cooldown, I believe. There's a talent you can pick to reduce the cooldown of that cleanse. I don't know. It sounds really absurd to me, and I don't think either team can allow to let it through, basically, through the draft.
Yeah, definitely if you're facing off against a Varian, which is, of course, one of Bad Bunny's favorite frontliners, if it's Bad Bunny who is going to be picking up the tank role here, which I believe he will, then, yeah, Rhaegar kind of just knocks him over, because the whole early game potential is going to be gone, as you mentioned. But I don't know. Rhaegar, he doesn't feel incredibly oppressive. I think that the ultis that weren't touched at all makes it a bit, it makes it not OP. It makes it a good rework, but not OP. But that's just my opinion.
It definitely, with that very short cleanse range as well, it gives him some periods where he's clearly more powerful than healers should be, but he doesn't feel like he scales that as the game goes on, and it doesn't feel like in the late game having a Rhaegar is too oppressive in the same way that it has done in the past with Decades and Malfurions and things like that. So it's a different type of path. It's kind of similar to Varian in that way, where in the early game you can really get away with a lot of stuff you maybe shouldn't, but as the game goes on, you then still have to do something with it. The Rhaegar pick isn't like a draft idea in of itself.
Very true. I completely agree. We have both teams ready, so we will be starting the cast very, very soon, any second now. And the first map that we're going to be taken to, ladies and gents, is Towers of Doom. We discuss about global pressure and things like that, but we'll see how the draft goes.
And there we go.
Doom.
So yeah, we're gonna see how the draft is going to unfold itself. We've talked about Leoric, we've talked about the Stukov, some other very high prio picks here for the Bobby Kotick fan club is Greymane with a 91% win rate, which is also very, very high. And then on the other hand, the most picked assassin for chelvinmissesthesee every day is Tychus.
Yeah, Tychus with a 66% win rate, 6 picks. But one thing, if you do look overview of chelvinmissesthesee every day, is that even their highest pick rate being Tychus has only been picked up 6 times. Their second highest pick rate has been Stukov, only picked up 5 times. If you actually look across the board, the roster, they're very flexible in their picks, which means that you kind of can't target ban them. That being said, Vala and Junkrat have been removed from this first game, and that Rhaegar, again, because the red team don't have first pick, that Rhaegar is just not allowed to be let through.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing indeed the Rhaegar being removed so early on. Vala and Junkrat, of course, two heroes that Hasselhoffs really, really likes to play. Curious what we're gonna see now. Oh, the Lucio, yeah, of course. We have 2 incredibly good Lucio players on the other side. I'm really curious though. Because we're seeing 3 support mains on the side of Bobby Kotick. Who is actually going to be playing support?
All 3 of them, clearly.
All 3 of them.
Just pick the Valor, 3 supports, get yourself an off lane
Then
for some XP, free win.
Yeah, you see, they did a little boo boo then because Vala is banned.
Oh, god damn it. Cassia then, it will do.
Budget Vala.
Budget Valor.
Budget Vala.
Praises of
Melee
your budget
Vala.
Valor.
I don't know, I
We
think
do see
Sylvanas would make a better one.
See the
Interesting
hacker
that they
sniped
let
up
the
here,
Hacker
though.
through, isn't it?
Yeah, and in response, Brightwing and Lunara, another global to respond against the Dahaka there. But Lunara, she's been getting a little bit popular these days. She did get a level 7 talent nerf, but still, she seems to be quite an early and popular pick these days across all levels.
Yeah, of course she has that always passive movement speed. She's hard to hit with skill shots. She has a self cleanse 2 actually at level 10, and a cleanse for allies that cleanses CC and overtime damage. So Lunara is also just really adding to the utility of your team. Now she doesn't provide a lot of burst damage anymore, as you mentioned, choking pollen being a little bit nerfed in the last patch. But then we see Malfurion and Zarya, which are 2 incredibly good picks into Lunara's damage, of course. We're gonna be removing the Tracer. Okay.
Yeah, they picked the Malfurion as Zarya, and when you see a Malfurion Zarya pick, you're just like, your heart goes to Vala and Tracer straight away. It's one of those cheesy things that's been drafted several times, and if you pull it off, it's just ridiculously toxic to deal with. That being said, that red team have an opportunity to ban something out, but they don't get a pick immediately after because the red team need to pick 2 more picks straight afterwards. We see Diablo being removed. Really good ban, especially if you're going to pick something like Valor or Tracer to avoid that, point and click ability to CC the DPS. So removing Diablo is a really nice shout. But I'm still interested to see who their hypercarry is. Something like Cassia and Greymane is what I expect.
Yeah. Oh, we could see that hypercarry Greymane coming out, of course.
That Diablo ban might imply we're not going to see the Greymane, because the bullet obviously very nicely into that. But then maybe they just think even with the bullet, I just don't want to give Bad Benny something as aggressive as the Diablo. And we see,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the old tournament classic Blaze Johanna. Come at me. I'm going to sit in my bunker with 2 tanks you can't touch for love nor money. And I'm going to say, try and kill me then. And with that Brightwing massive heal on top of it, and Lunara dancing around behind it, they're going to need a very strong engage to break this, but they're going to try. Going for the Anubarak and the Hanzo. It's going to give them a very nice engage pattern with the arrow into that cocoon and the dive, but they're not going to have a lot of pressure for that front line.
No, they're not gonna have an awful lot of burst on the targets either, I feel. And that is pretty much what you want, because Brightwing is anything but a burst healer, really. needs a wind-up time to actually provide a bigger source of healing. Now the last pick is going to come in for Skoog. It's going to be Falstad, the last global open for the map. So if we're looking at this draft, Luca, before you leave us, what are your thoughts?
I think that the blue team they've definitely drafted themselves some outs, but the Zarya feels a little bit suspect in the comp that they've built for themselves, and I think that they're gonna have to really execute this very well into the enemy team if they're going to be able to carry this off. And so I think that Kelvin misses these every day. They're going to be very happy with what they've been able to pick up, and especially with that foul stat, they're going to have a lot of pressure on the offlane, a lot of pressure in the format, and I think I'd want to side my chips with them.
All right, thank you so much for that insight, Luca, before you completely abandon us. But to those of you guys who are just joining this is the finals of the Division 1 Plus, yes, Heroes Lounge tournament. And we are on the first map, Towers of Doom. And Joy, will you introduce us, maybe possibly the team that you favor, the red team?
Oh, yeah, I mean, should I be that biased? I don't favor any of these teams, let's be honest. But here we go then. On the right, Chelvin, he's not here because he misses this every day, and that is the team's name. Haha. We have Bad Benny on the Johanna, X-Ray playing the Brightwing, Skoog on the Falstad, Hasuops on Lunara, and Max Passion on the Blaze.
And the blue team, we have Bobby Kotick Fan Club. We have Virtuan playing Dahaka, Ixier playing Zarya, Malganir, not on Mal'Ganis, but on Anubarak, Aoi on Malfurion, and Yasuo 30k on the Hanzo.
Yasuo.
All right. Anything level 1 sticking out to you, Joy?
Let's have a look.
Whoa.
Lunara under a little bit of pressure. Very big root from the Malfurion. All right. Seems everyone is safe and sound. Let's have a look at it now. I would say Redemption is a little bit off maybe, but I think they're gonna need it. I mean, Hanzo's their only real ranged carry. And the Sentinel Wisp, I think that is the main thing that stands out for me. I probably would have gone for the Hippity Hop passive movement speed, rotating between altars and lanes, but anything for you?
No, cannot seem very standard. We are going to see the mage build or the Q build coming out here from the Falstad. Really nice anchoring and rotations by the blue team earlier here, because they basically choked out the red team slightly there. Really nice hop by Yasuo, thinking Brightwing might have zoomed onto the other side, but Brightwing did stay very safe onto the other side. Nice anchoring in the mid lane there as Max Passion is attempting to double stalk with the support of Falstad. Really nice calls coming out from the red team. Not very classical, I would say.
No, really trying to get an early XP lead here, but that also means that Blaze is already in the bottom lane, so they get the freedom to rotate down and invade the Sapphire camp. Skoog's falling really low though. The Z from Brightwing is gonna come in, but X-Ray with almost 0 HP comes in, and the invade still comes out quite unsuccessfully, at least. As Malganir dives now onto Skoog. Max Passion with the jet propulsion to try and peel, but Malganir is now on his own on the chase. Doesn't quite get first blood though.
Yasuo, popping extremely low there. I'm going to have to stop saying that. But really nice shield coming out from Ixier there. Oh, Bad Benny pops extremely low and they manage to secure the kill. You don't even feel the heat for that damage, as Lunara is also feeling the punishment from Hanzo's damage there. Fantastic stuff coming out from the blue team, but Malfurion needs to go back and get that mana back.
Yeah. We're getting some good damage output here from Zarya already as well. But now we've got our level 4s coming in with ignore all distractions as well from Hanzo. Are we gonna see a full AA build here?
Oh, really nice burr, really nice stun there by Malganir, and they secured the kill onto the Brightwing. Maybe a counter kill here onto the Hanzo, popping extremely low, but Blaze doesn't have the mana to secure the kill, and Johanna just doesn't dish out enough damage. Really nice tanking and peeling by the blue team to protect their hyper carry.
Absolutely, and he's still staying here, even though it's falling quite low. The root comes down, Max Passion gonna fall asleep as Brightwing comes back into the fray just as the altars are spawning. We have Falstad on the top and the Haka, the 2 globals, so they can both come down. Try and contest this third one.
The blue team stepping up here. Hanzo does interrupt with his scouting arrow. Nuber burrows in, gets a double stun. 2 people in the back. Really nice cleanse there by X-Ray. Oh, geez, Joy Dahak is burrowing in. What is he going to do?
He's gonna burrow in right on top and use that tongue straight away. But Skoog now forced to back out a bit. Max passion extremely low. Skoog still gets found here, gets the root. Sleep, nice follow-up onto each other here from the blue team. And that is that third altar gonna go over to the Bobby Kotick fan club. So we see Yasu just dishing out a lot of damage. Try to be also as disruptive as possible with sonic arrows.
Yeah, I'm very surprised at the amount of damage Hanzo's dishing out already. 18k, AK almost above the Lunara. Speaking of Lunara, Bambi is popping extremely low, surviving with 200 HP. Very aggressive, the blue team here, ignoring the tower and diving past.
Yeah, I mean, they have that Anubrak who can just secure a lot of beetles to tank this tower for them, even if they don't have minions. But I don't know how you are feeling about this Johanna pick, but I'm starting to think that it's not great. Oh, what a beautiful interrupt here onto the phase shift, and that means that X-Ray is gonna go.
Yeah, you can interrupt that Z with a root or with a sleep or with a stun. Hanzo being very bold here. Malganeer trying to get a burrow in onto Lunara, but it's really hard to hit Bambi with CC, because she has that passive movement speed. But really nice stuff coming out from blue team, securing the kill onto the Brightwing, which means they're free to take their camp and push in those Suiciders into the tower. Or into the core.
Sorry, what did you call them?
Weren't they called Suiciders?
They're called Sappers.
I'm pretty sure they're called Suiciders too. Oh no.
No?
Oh well.
Pretty sure not. I mean, maybe you were thinking of suicide bombers or something, but I don't know. Alright.
Alright. They're also
they do
taking
blow
the
themselves up. So yeah, and we're starting to see the level 10 is actually coming in very rapidly for the team in blue. So how is red team gonna turn this around? Are they just gonna wait for the level 10 Ixir on that maximum charge damage?
Really nice damage coming from that Zarya, but level 10s, like you said, are coming in for the blue team pretty hot. Yasu is just completely unpunished, stepping up and doing so much damage with his auto attacks with the build that he's opted for as the hypercar. Bad Bunny is dropping extremely low, but does pop his shield in the meantime. Dahaka did grab the objective, which means that the red team's core is down to 27 HP. This is looking really rough for the red team, but this is Towers and Doom, ladies and gents. And if there's any chance of coming back on any map, it is on Towers.
Absolutely. If you get one good late game fight, you can completely turn this game around, get a hold of all the bell towers, but that means it's still everyone's game here. But we're still waiting for the level 10 on the side of the red team. Root comes out, does not connect though. Was a good try by Aoea. Oh, but Skoog gets found here by the repulsion zone, and Malganeer dives forward, lands that cocoon under the tower. What are they going to use now to follow up? Dragon's Arrow is still available, and there's no level 10. Level 10 is there actually, but no time to jump.
No time to jump indeed, but it was really nice route there by Malfurion to secure the kill on Lunara with pure damage from Zarya and Hanzo. They managed to secure the kill and are opting for grabbing the boss while they have the chance. Really nice call here, especially with Hanzo and Zarya. They absolutely shred this boss take with only a level 11. It literally took them less than 10 seconds. And 10 seconds is not a long time.
That is definitely not a long time. This does give the red team some time to get back into the bottom lane. So we see the arrow coming out.
The arrow hit the two backliners, which was really good. Meant that Lunara couldn't dish out the damage on the core. Really nice burrow in by Anubrak. Foster Gust being used, but it doesn't secure the save on Lunara. Lunara gets absolutely obliterated by Ixir playing the Zarya. Fantastic stuff coming out here from the blue team.
I mean, did Ixir just use repulsion zone to body block Lunara between himself and the ulti?
Yeah, it was really well done. Ooh. Cocoon being used, and a burrow by Malganeer here onto X-Rays, popping extremely low, half HP already, but I don't think the blue team is going to be able to do a whole lot here. The tower on the bot side almost secured by the red team. Really nice stun by Max Passion. Let's go!
Ooh, but the root is so good here from Aoea as the Tranquility comes out, but they're still on the chase. They're looking for the Zarya. Hanzo already jumped out. Zarya is actually dropping low. Maybe they might get a kill here. Would it be their first kill of the game as the bunker comes out? And there is Lunara actually securing the kill, but now she's on the run with the Beatles. The arrow whizzes by just a breath as we now see the silence coming out onto Max Passion. He's walking back. Brightwing providing the healing as the Gust comes in to save the day.
That last second clutch really well played there by the Falstad to ensure that his team stays away safely. Ayasu popping extremely low. Polymorph just a second away, but Hanzo does manage to jump back. Max Passion does himself in, and Anubarak fantastically stuns him in his place to secure a kill onto the Blaze. Really nice counter engage by the blue team.
Absolutely. All right, let's look at the bright side. They got their first kill of the game. They got the bottom bell tower back. Always look on the bright side of life. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. Let's look at the bright side for both sides. For both teams, the blue team have grabbed level 13, slightly ahead. Do have the zappers taken, and are going to be pushing this bottom bell tower. But the red team might be able to defend here. Really nice pull there by Bad Benny on the Johanna, and they do remove the zappers away, so they might be able to defend this after all.
Yeah, I mean, even though they are 3, the blue team is going back here. Johanna pushes up just slightly. Now 2 altars. We have Max Passion and Skook, our dynamic duo, in the top already looking at Virtual on the Dahaka. The Z comes out. Now all globals have been committed here to the top lane. As we see, Malganir was trying to stall out rotations, but red team spotted it out and had to go the long way around. But now it seems that they're giving up the channel. And they're going to fall back here. The cocoon already came out. It's been used. Max Passion falling a little bit low, but there's a stun. Skook in the backline of the enemy team. Gets licked, gets silenced. Is most likely going to fall. Gets the Gust off, but oh my god. Is he still gonna live? No. No, he's not.
No, he's not. He took a dragon arrow to the face. But let's be honest, if you're going to take an arrow to the face, you might as well make sure it's a dragon one. So, at least you die in a cool way.
Go out with a splash.
Go out with a splash, indeed. We do see that the blue team are rotating for their siege camp. Really nicely spawned timing, because now they'll be able to push it. The tower is down to half HP, which means they'll probably be able to secure this because Falstad isn't going to be here in time to defend. Unless he flies.
Yeah. Unless he flies. And I think he has it available still. I thought, by the way, with that earlier kill, you were making a little bit of a joke, because he actually died to the drag and arrow. But maybe that was just my creative mind going a bit too far with that one.
Oh, we do see that Max Passion did get spotted out. Is going to get a stun in, double stun here into the back. Does get licked in mid-action. Malganir popping extremely low, and they secure a kill on the Beetle King himself. Everyone else hiding in the bunker, having to grab a tea. But they're out and about now. Really nice tongue there on S-Ray. Cleansing, trying to get Max Passion out of trouble, out of that route. Yasu doing so much work. Hanzo Ara hitting the backline, but Max Passion is still alive!
He's still alive, and now the focus goes on to Yasu. They do have the damage, they do have the Zarya shield. Oh my god, X-Ray is juking back and forward with the Brightwing, but just the full energy Zarya is so oppressive.
I would have expected, maybe even feel the heat is the reason it's doing all the damage, but it's not even feel the heat. Really nice interrupt from Bad Benny here on the bot side onto the Malfurion to stop the channel. Z being used by Brightwing to heal her back up to full HP. Fantastic damage onto the Zarya, getting her almost half HP, while there is an honorable 1v1 in the top side between Dahaka and Blaze.
There is indeed, and the pressure is on, because they can only lose one more altar, or they lose the game. But now they blow up Malfurion, so maybe there is a chance. But Brightwing has nowhere to R, so now it's going to be 2 kills. Lunara is going to fall, and I think this is the channel that's going to go over. So now it's down to Blaze to save the game. I hate to say it. Oh, what a dodge! What a dodge with the bunker! That's my baby right there.
Oh, nice dodge! Oh! The Hanzo Ara came to attempt to interrupt, but it was looking so close and so good.
Oh no, Max, the B-step. That was not okay.
Oh well, but it looks like it's going to be GG if I did my
Alright.
math out right, as Yasu does grab the bot tower. First game. is going
Well,
to
we're
the blue
going up
team.
in style. There we go. GG to the Bobby Kotick fan club for the first game. And what a game. Very dominant performance.
Yeah, it was a very, very good performance from Bobby's fan club, doing fantastic. Oh, like honestly, I never expected the Hanzo to be the hypercarry pick. Like I had so many
No,
other
me
picks
neither.
prioritized, but the auto attack Hanzo did so much work and completely obliterated the front and back line. So good job to Yasu. He did a really good job on. I won't say off meta pick, but like in the comp that they had drafted early, I did not expect the Hanzo to come out there.
No, me neither. I was thinking like maybe they go for like a Sylvanas or a Cassia, but then again, like they went for something really safe with the Hanzo pick.
Mm.
And maybe that was the whole idea. You know, as Luca said earlier, like, okay, the Blaze and Johanna, like you're not gonna touch us, but the whole idea was with the Zarya, the Haka and Uberak was like, no, you're not gonna touch our Hanzo. And they didn't. So yeah, let's bring Luca back here. What do you think about this game?
Well, incredibly well played there by the fan club, and maybe a little bit of a rude awakening for our incumbent champions. They've been bullied around a little bit almost in that first game. 8 kills to none, I think it was at one point. That can't feel pretty. It's not a situation you really want to be in. My voice will not clear today. But Infernal Shrines is where we're going next. I think I just woke both of you up there.
Yes.
Infernal Shrines is where we're going to next. And a very teamfight focused map. It's going to be picked up by the blue team. The fan club have taken us here as X-Ray opted to go for first pick, valuing it in the draft. What are we expecting to see from them on Infernal?
Ooh. Leoric, let's just say it. Leoric. They have 100% win rate on this map. They have only picked it 4 times or played it 4 times in total. But 100% win rate. Leoric's insanely oppressive here. So I'm just going to go and say, yeah, I'm expecting that.
New York is a good shout. One thing I will put out that this team has pulled out before, and I'd love to see this from Bobby's fan club, is they play Probius, and they've played Probius 4 times and actually have a 75% win rate. So, and I'm sure, like, if anyone remembers a good old Storm League that, or a Hero League even, that Ixir is famously known for picking off-meta picks for the longest time, and he did play a good bit of Probius. So I'm really excited to see if he'll pull it out, especially after the newest patch, because Probius did get buffed recently.
Let's not forget, last night, CCL, we saw, I can't remember who it was now, pull the 3-game reverse sweep with Probius.
It was Storm, yeah, Storm Esports.
And yeah, Johnny and Kex did not want to stop talking about that, but it looks like we have...
And we don't even want to start talking about it, Lucas, so stop bringing it up.
Looks like we've got our draft here.
Stop making it a thing. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Fetch is not a cool word. X-Ray
is going to be banning for the red team. They opted, despite the fact that they did, put up a good fight in the last game, they did lose it, which means they opted for first pick this game. They would like to prioritize certain picks here. Removing that Zarya, don't want to deal with it, but it also means that the red team are not bullied into banning that Rhaegar that we spoke about. If you don't have first pick, you're almost absolutely bullied into wasting a ban on Rhaegar, or so it seems so far anyway.
It's fun, the 6 hero in the way of Probius, that.
Maybe.
Choking him into the probe. It's coming. Trash can's day out in lounge.
Just make sure Fizz isn't in the chat.
I hope he's not, for his own sake.
Oh, looks like I'm playing Tychus for a year.
Oh yeah, right. Tychus is of course also a very valid pick on this map. But yeah, what are we going to see? The Lucio once again gets removed. Can't let it through. Now, are we going to see Rhaegar open or not is the question. It leaves, the thing is, if they ban Rhaegar here, it leaves so much open. They're going to ban it, but it leaves open the Stukov, which actually wasn't picked up. last game. Now, I don't think Stukov is particularly strong on Towers of Doom. I think he's very, very strong on Infernal Shrines, though.
Yeah, he did get a nerf, like we mentioned in the last patch, but still very high pick rate, still good win rate at the moment, because his healing output and the level 1 talent low blow, I believe, didn't get actually nerfed, which is what most people are actually complaining about. But we do see that first pick Tychus coming out here from chelvinmissesthesee every day.
Yeah. I was thinking with the Junkrat open, it might go for the first big Junkrat. Then again, maybe a bit easier to counter the Junkrat than countering the Tychus. But they're picking up the Leoric and the Junkrat here. So we have our Leoric. It's here.
If you entomb them, then they can't run away from the, I want to say, disruption pulse. And then when you fire the, whatever the Q thing is called, at the disruption pulse, Proteus does massive damage.
You clearly know what Proteus does. You know.
Are you
all
a
the
secret
abilities.
Proteus main? Because you're still talking about it.
It's ingrained in my mind. No. Leo is not shocked. The Stukov can come out now. We've seen Junkrat and Leo because we know we're not really going to need a cleanse. I mean, Stukov is one of the best healers to have into Leo because you can't really cleanse into him anyway, so where's the value? And then that Hogger as well on Shrines is so strong. So looks like chelvinmissesthesee are getting what they want so far.
It looks like it. It looks like it. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm really curious if it's going to be Max who's going to play the Hogger. I'm really curious because he hasn't played the hero so much.
Inside information.
The 4-man Hogger is very legal, right? You can totally on Shrines.
Oh yeah, totally.
Right. I don't know about the main tank Hogger, although I'm sure Benny would
Benny would not mind it at all.
But I think
that only happens in Storm League, though. Let's be fair.
Well, I mean, Storm League, Div 1+ finals.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Both games, Ixir picks Jaria, and we end up 0-8 in 10 minutes. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah. What is the difference? They're picking up the Uther and the Variant. All right. So they're.
The Proteus is coming, man. I'm sorry. I know I keep talking about him as well,
like
but
it is coming.
This is what's happening. They're picking up Varian for the single target blow up. Proteus is going to be able to set up his.
They need a Medivh. They need Medivh.
I don't know. I have no idea how the red team is going to respond. Maybe they're going to steal the Proteus. Dun 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 dun.
Dum 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 dum. It's Diablo and Chen. See, I told you, Max is not going to play the Hogger. I knew it. I
think
knew
the
it.
pick might be disrupted enough. I think that they should be able to deny most of the engaged damage if. I mean, I don't know. Max he's not particularly known for picking Chen at literally any opportunity where the hero isn't first banned. So I don't know if his kegs will quite be on point, but I think if he can really, you know, 1 in 100 games, step it up.
There's a real lack of faith here.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
What? How can that be your response? How can that possibly be your response when you are hyping up the Proteus the whole draft? When you go, oh, thank God.
I understand why they didn't pick Proteus. I understand, like, after that draft. But I also don't understand why they picked D.Va, though. I don't get this.
I have a lot of questions. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, D.Va is the best hero in the video game, right? So obviously that's our starting point. She also, now she has pro moves. She naturally gets armor and requires self-sustain, which means she pairs really well with Uther, who naturally gives armor and has very low sustain for his teammates. And on top of that, the bomb is really quite nice into the team fight. And one of those is true. But to be fair, they have got Stukov, so it's not actually going to do anything. I don't know.
I like this back and forth analysis of, no, I like the blue team's draft. Never mind, I don't like the
I'm ready to
blue
be
team's
proved
draft.
wrong, but I think the blue team have chosen not to pick 5 heroes. Game number 2.
Okay. Well, then here we go with deciding to not pick 5 heroes at all. They are still all 5 in the game. It's Yasuo on the Junkrat, Ixir playing D.Va, Ioia on the Uther, Malkaneer on the Varian, and Virtual is playing Leoric.
And in the red corner, we have chelvinmissesthesee every day. We have Max Passion playing Chen, X-Ray on the Stukov, Skog on the Hogger, Bad Benny playing Diablo, and Hazuobs on the Tychus. Let's go.
Hey ho, let's go. And we don't have pro moves on level 1 to start with. We have liquid cooling for D.Va.
Interesting stuff. And we do see Devil's Due coming out on Diablo, which means he wants to get those globes. Really fantastic map for the globe engages to grab them from the objective and the lane. Max Passion taking a lot of damage, but it is going to be out-sustained. Really nice damage onto Ixir as well there. Whoop from, from the Junkrat onto Bad Benny, but, you know, is doubles. He'll stay full HP.
Yeah, he is. One little globe and he will be right as rain again as we see the mech gonna go down here. Ixir gets knocked back though.
Oh, really nice engage there onto the X-Ray. Varian still doesn't have taunt until level 4. It could have been a dead stuck off there. But that being said, do the blue team have enough damage for a Varian taunt CC chain?
Yeah, we're gonna see. I feel like with the D.Va you're almost then forced to pick up Pew Pew.
Yeah, maybe
Right?
D.Va will stay
follow
in
up on
human
the
form. Yeah.
Pilot mode, yeah, we'll see. Pilot D.Va build.
Maybe that's the new meta that we're going to see today. Hypercarry D.Va, let's go.
That is definitely something I would be up to see personally. But I think Red Team is going to be playing a lot around the globes, as we mentioned with the Devil's Due. But on the other hand, we also have the freshest ingredients on Chen, which means that he's going to get some extra healing from the region globes as soon as he completes that quest after picking up 15 region globes.
A really nice mine there by Junkrat to spot out the red team. And they have started the siege camp. The red team, with their heavy frontline and without Leo in their comp, they do have a really heavy, beefy frontline that can stand on the point. Really nice QE by Diablo. Really nice silence followed up there. But they don't... Oh, they do secure the kill onto the X-Rays... X's... Oh no, Chen falls. Oh no.
Yeah, no stagger available and no energy. So
Mech.
that is going to be...
Sorry.
First blood going over.
I was trying to figure out what that thing is called where D.Va, it's not D.Va's bomb, it's where does she stay? It's the mech, and I just figured it out there, so I got really excited. Learning English is fun.
Yeah, right. Definitely if it's like your mother tongue.
Yeah.
Actually, not really for you, but yeah. Not really. The debates are real. All right.
It's okay. We do see the bruiser camps being picked up by both teams. Shine is coming up in 15 seconds, so really nice timing. Once they grab these, they'll be pushing up in the top side, while the rest of the team will be able to go up into the objective and get a head start. We've seen really nice anchoring by the blue team here, possibly scouting out and trying to catch someone out of position here, but it could be Malganier in trouble a little bit.
Could be a little bit of damage here from the Chen W. The taunt comes out. Stagger is also being used, but that means that with 2 people actually hitting the panda, red team gets to position themselves a little bit nicer on the objective here. We've got Junkrat rotating down now, but it's a significant lead. The bomb comes out.
Oh, really nice.
Bad Benny handled that so nice, yes.
Yeah, really nicely done by Bad Benny and Skull. But the blue team is popping a little bit low here. Really nice damage being put out here by the red team. Really nice poke. Malganier popping extremely low. Bad Benny does charge in, flips him over onto the other side. Parry is being used. Grenade almost securing a kill. But Malganier gets away with a margin of his HP while the rest of the red team secure the objective.
They do. We did see Hogger finding that like infinite spin angle. And then he ended up on the perfect spot to try and finish off the kill, but just didn't hit that grenade, which is a shame. But nicely baiting over the Punisher here by Virtual. We see the level 7 just came in for the red team and now also for the blue team.
Punisher has been able to get the wall down, and the fort is already popping extremely low, but the fountain cannot be taken, ladies and gents, if anyone's been watching the patch notes. You cannot take the fountain until the fort is down. Speaking of the fort, there it goes. Diablo charges in, flips over Junkrat onto the other side. Silence to follow up, but yes, it does boop himself out to safety. Malganier taunts the Diablo to stop them from continuing their desperate charge onto the... Yes, a really nice push there by
look at
Skull.
this flanking position that we see here from the blue team as it's both D.Va and Leoric arriving. We don't have the unstoppable spin yet for Skook. I think Skook finds himself in a little bit of trouble, tries to find the spin, but still dies as the taunt comes out. Now D.Va? D.Va is stuck. D.Va is dead. X-Ray is gonna pay for that though with his life. I think we're also gonna see maybe some Diablo souls coming on the deck. Is he fully sold yet? Yes, he is. Still alive. It's taking a long time. It's taking very long.
W build OP as we see Yasuo popping extremely low. Everyone mad pinging to kill the Yasuo.
This is one Chen Q and he's dead.
Uh-oh. I think Yasuo might have killed himself by throwing the Chen in where he is. But, oh, really nice taunt there by Balganer. Max Passion popping extremely low. Has to use his damage over time ability. Really nice. Unstoppable there by Hogger. And they do actually kill the Varian. Is Junkrat down? Yes, at least Junkrat died.
Yeah, Junkrat died. And they kill Varian as well. So, in the end, it's a 2 for 2. No, 2 for 3. Sorry, they killed D.Va in the beginning.
Yes. Does D.Va count as 1 or 2 kills, though?
Oh, I mean, they killed the mech and the pilot, so let's say 1. 1, like, whole kill.
1 whole kill. That's a fair assessment. As we see Hazu grabbing the siege cam, harking back to get the mana back. Max Passion trying to get the soak in the top lane, but blue team is rotating on top of him. I wonder if he's snuffed it out and does rotate safely, just in case the blue team causes him any more mayhem.
Yeah, use that elusive brawler for the movement speed and the dodging of the basic abilities. But now we see the big silence coming out, but Yasuo does still get the grenade off, or more likely the concussion mine, I guess.
Yeah, they do. Diablo opting for a lightning breath in this comp, going full W build with Devil's Due at level 1. Really like this build that he has opted for. Anything other ultimates? Riptire, Divine Shield, not the storm coming out here from the. Ooh, nice boop again there by the Junkrat.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you think is the whole reason behind? Like, you're quite the Diablo player, or you used to be. Maybe I don't know what you mean these days, but like. What do you think about this build into what the enemy team has to offer for Diablo?
Oh no, absolutely. I'm a big fan of W build these days, so I'm really happy to see. Though I always think that Soul Shield is always the pick on level 1. On this map, it completely makes sense to pick Devil's Due just because the lanes are so close to the objective, and the objectives give scrubs. That being said, the objective has been spawned. The red team stepping up here. Really nice charge by Ban Many. Fantastic cleanse coming from the Uther. CC chain coming out from the blue team to try and secure him. Ixir doing as much work as possible into the back line, but the HPs are just not dropping.
No, they're not, and everyone is handling everything, also being traded back and forward. The massive shove to get rid of the bomb, the endless spinning of Hogger to just add to the mayhem that is happening as we see the shockwave coming out from Skoog. He's body blocking Malganeer, but Malganeer is just not running low enough. But now Chen jumps into the fray as well. Keg has already been used, Divine Shield has been committed, Junkrat's life is being committed, and there is the flames from Diablo! I wish he had the Mexican skin so we had the nice little music with it, but you know, that would have added perfectly here. But otherwise, yeah, 1 kill for 3.
They sacrificed X-Ray so that they could grab 3 kills on their side. Really nice damage coming out from the frontliners actually. Hogger and Diablo doing a lot of work in that team fight. And Chen, like, it's so surprising that you pick, you know, bruisers and tanks and you just kind of forget that these frontliners can dish out a oh, I was going to say a bad word. Can dish out a lot of damage.
Oh my god, this is a PG-13 stream. Hello. We're all good Christian people here.
Of course we are. No doubt.
Of course we are. Okay, level 13 lead. We're seeing that the Punisher Arcane is already on the fort. Chen jumps in, has to use that elusive brawler, but there is the Entomb.
Oof. The Entomb was used, but they weren't able to secure the kill. Instead, it is Varian who falls. Really nice shove there by Stukov to push away the D.Va bomb. That cannot be used here. The Punisher jumps here onto Ixir. He's popping extremely low, half HP already. Really nice science fall. Bad Benny flips AoE onto the other side. Uther still full HP. Bad Benny is popping a little low. Divine Shield being used on Uther to save himself. That is a perfect meme to the Carbo animation.
Wait, how did Skoog end up in the enemy base? How did they all end up in the enemy base now? It was Skoog who came first, and then Benny jumped after. Now everyone is just committing like we're gonna live in a blue base. And now Ioea and Yasuo are all 1 HP, and Chen is not done playing yet.
Oh Lord, Chen is on the other side of the world.
No,
he does hop over onto the other side. How?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen this too many times. I'm like, oh, he's fine. It's not even no, it's okay. Oh, but Benny is going again, finds a flip onto Yasuo. He's so low, and now there's Skoog dashing in to finish off the kills here. That's 2 kills. They do get Malganeer. No, they do get Haswops here. Oh, okay, no, they do also get Malganeer here. Sorry for the caster curse.
Caster curse indeed, as it is a complete bloodbath here. 3 members of the blue team have fallen, and their mid keep is already falling down at 10 minutes into the video game. That is a very short time to be losing your keep. This is not GG just yet. They'll be able to secure the keep, but they might lose some members of the red team because the Riptire is being used here for an engage.
Yeah, but the keg is already coming out. Last time it was used alongside the Riptire. It was used to try and interrupt Riptire, actually, and that's why Divine Shield was committed so early on this mid-fight. But now they're comfortably sitting almost 3 levels up on the red team. Didn't quite get the keep. There is there is 178 HP left on the keep. Not an awful lot.
Strong. Like a sunflower in the wind. Do you see that both teams did grab either siege camp, but level 16 is coming in for the red team here. Oh, taunt being used here onto Max Passion. Oh, popping extremely low. Malganar being silenced and booped left and right. So much work being done by the red team. Bad Benny does get stunned to stop him from engaging. Malganar using his Z to get away. But oh my goodness, they're not going to kill anything here, are they?
No, they're not. And the shields are just endless with enough to share on level 13 for Chen. But it must be so annoying to play against this. Like, you have Keg, you have Chen jumping on you, Hogger jumping on you, knockbacks, stuns from Bad Benny, lows, the shockwave not to mention, but there is a beautiful Divine Shield to make sure that Ixir gets out safe, back into the mech. The bunny hop gets committed, but it gets obliterated here.
Yeah, absolutely destroyed. Diva, being a bruiser, did not survive for a very long time. Stukov securing 3 kills already onto the board. Taunt as Bad Benny charges through the wall. Max Passion joining in along his brother in battle. Both of them still ridiculously full HP, regaining it over and over again with the shields as well. Really nicely done here by the red team.
Yeah, I mean, it's good communication and good commitment that you're seeing. Like, all right, one of them goes in and oh my god, what a snipe here over the wall from X-Ray with the silence. I think this is going to be another keep at least, right? Maybe they don't have the damage actually.
Yeah, Hugger's actually doing the objective at the moment, so they are 4 members only here on the bot side. Really nice taunt there onto Diablo.
Oh, yeah, this is very, very nice gameplay for Skoog. This is so interactive as well, right?
Hugger is securing the objective by spinning to winning. I was going to say budget Sonya, but he's clearly better than Sonya. Look at this go. Look at him go.
Yeah, he just doesn't stop. It just keeps going, guys. I could watch this all day, not gonna lie. I could watch this all day.
Very entertaining indeed, but the red team do secure the objective. This time it is a frozen Punisher, which means it's going to deactivate the fort and they'll be able to tower dive. Really nice QE onto the Yasuo there. Diablo does get booped into the backline there, but they don't have enough damage to shred that heavy frontline. Varian absolutely paying the price here. Knocked by Chen Barrel and grenaded to the face. Really nicely played there. Wow.
Very nice here, and I can be a little bit biased now, saying very nice Keg. Knocking Varian back into the team once, and then the Keg continuing on to Uther to make sure that that Divine Shield doesn't come out. Beautiful silence under Bad Benny, but now we see the Odin being committed here. Still on to the keep is Hasu as he's moving past, now towards the core. X here getting absolutely bodied. I think they're equalizing it here, right?
Yes, it does seem so. This is a full HP Frozen Punisher, a Tychus with the Odin onto the core, dropping at 84% already. X-Ray and Skok chasing a 2 HP Junkrat. Varian does get back into the fight, but I really don't think there's anything the blue team can do to respond to this because the Frozen Punisher is just smashing the core.
All right. Well, then that makes it even. 1-1. This series is tying up to be very exciting.
I mean, we expected no less in the Division 1 Plus finals, as we are going to be joined back by Lucas. Hello, Lucas.
Hello, Lucas. Mm-hmm. No, I wonder which one. Oh, you were really? I had no clue. I thought you were talking about Junkrat.
Like you're just talking to no one. Isn't that absolute quality? Hello, guys.
Oh,
Welcome
let's go
back.
again.
I'm actually here now. You know, it's been a long day. The upshot of that was Diva wasn't very good. I'm going to
Oh
summarize
no, I
it.
really wanted you to do the whole thing again, the summary and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't the thing, wasn't it? There we go. It's great because of the 30-second delay. After I unmute it, I then get to read 30 seconds of me being told to. That's beautiful. Quality. No, it was a very good game. Very good game from Kelvin. Wins these every day. Or Kelvin misses these every day. To be fair to him, Max Passion's Chen is absolutely just uncontestable. And when you give him a comp that only has one backliner to actually pressure him out, he will punish you. And he did punish them. And there were some
Yes, he
beautiful
did.
moments at the end there with Hogger spinning and unstoppable and Max Passion's keg spinning around that was unstoppable, just creating absolute chaos. And you love to see it.
You love to see it indeed.
Yeah, they did pick up that Diva a little bit late into the draft, but like we had mentioned in the draft that we were a bit suspicious as picking Diva into the Stukov because Stukov can negate with either ultimate, basically. It doesn't matter which ultimate Stukov decides to go. But it was really nice play by X-Ray every single time. You know, that bomb was placed, about to get a lot of value, and he just massive shoved it every single time, completely away from the team fight. So yeah, but we are going to be taken to the third game, and the map that is being picked is Dragonshire.
Yeah. Dragonshire. I think we're gonna see the Haka priority, either ban or first pick wise. He's just really, really powerful. I think still after the last patch, he didn't really get significant changes. I would say that would take away his prowess. So I think there's gonna be a priority there. Really strong map, of course, for the solo laners. So yeah, I'm curious what we're gonna see.
It's always a slightly interesting one, slightly lower down in the league, like in the 1-2 region. Because from second pick, you always feel bad picking up the Dahaka because you like kind of want to flex that last pick slot. But I feel like these teams have a good enough understanding of drafts that if they can't last pick their offlaner, they're still going to find something valuable to do with that last pick slot. And so I think that the early Dahaka is much more likely here because often, right, if it makes it through draft, you're thinking it's the blue team. Can I pick this up 2-3? Yeah.
Goodbye, Panda Man.
Solo tier there for the Chen.
Yeah.
Not gonna reappear, but I mean, you can't give it to him on Dragonshire, can you? Right.
I mean, you could then try and abuse it in a way if you take a very big double soaker. Chen, of course, not the strongest at double soaking. But the point you're never going to get, and you're going to have to accept that. And they're also removing the Rexar. Okay, so the heavy point guards are kind of gone here. So what are we going to get?
I'm going to expect that to hack a first pick, like we did mention, unless it's going to be banned out here by the red team. They opt to remove that Zarya hypercarry. It removes a lot of the stuff that they do pick. You know, it removes the Vala pick, the Hanzo hypercarry pick, the Tracer hypercarry pick. So I understand why Zarya is removed rather than those hypercarries, because there's so much that works really well with Zarya and a lot of frontliners too. But yeah, I am expecting to see the Dahaka being picked up here. Maybe Stukov, albeit like Stukov hasn't been first pick since the new patch.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna see the Dahaka as we expected. Now the answer might just be Brightwing. I feel like Brightwing got hit by a pretty substantial nerf actually last patch. So I'm not sure. I actually haven't played her yet after the nerf myself. So I'm not really sure. Like, is she still that good?
I think on this map, you pick Brightwing up for like reasons, so not just the healing output, but
not
gonna give Lucio to their opponents.
And they can't give it. Yes,
Yeah.
so they're gonna pick it up, and we're gonna see the Yavrel to contest the Haka.
Yrel, the space goat, is going to get some action today. Really excited to see some Yrel gameplay because I have been picking her up lately in Storm League and I've been having a lot of fun with the goat. And she does a lot of work for what she is. But we do see the blue team in respect picking up the Malfurion and the Anubrak. This is a draft we saw them pull off on Towers of Doom and they did it really well. So I'm expecting to see really good CC chains again coming out from the blue team.
Yeah. What are they gonna ban now? I mean, Are they gonna ban the Hanzo? Hanzo is just really good on this map. Fast rotations, really good angles for the... of course, one of the other Yasuo pocket picks is the Genji.
Don't want to play against a Genji on a map like this. The entire
Absolutely
game,
not.
like, I want to step up and cap this point, but I haven't seen Yasuo for the past 5 seconds, which means he is in the next bush I'm going to stand by him. Makes it so
Oh, okay, but look, they were also banning it out so that Tracer could be open safely and it can steal it away. Once again, they're doing a lot of clever drafting here on the side of chelvinmissesthesee every day. Missesthesee every day, excuse me. I'm so used to the old team name.
Are we building up for House's Junkrat? Is that what we're trying to protect? Because clicking Junkrat into Tracer feels nasty.
Feels really nasty.
And then you've got the Johanna, Tracer, Lucio, which can kind of roam. Johanna can kind of clear mid really fast. Oh, but Vala's here.
Double support Vala. Oh, this is oppressive as well. I like it.
I like it really as well. Budget Zarya coming out here with the Stukov pick from Ixir. We'll see if Zarya is better than Stukov, or who's the ideal pick. We could see a Hypercarry Tracer as well. The red team could opt for a double support as well if they want to. But I'm guessing they'll pick something that can control the bot lane instead.
Yeah, maybe they go for like another melee pick. Oh no, they're gonna go for the Gul'dan. Okay.
Nice. I haven't seen Gul'dan in a long time. I wonder, for longest time, Gul'dan's Sucky build has been extremely popular. So I wonder if it's going to be picked up here by Hazu in this game.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think if you go that build, you're not going to be able to contest. Like, damage-wise, I don't think you're going to be able to pressure out the double support. And I think that's the way that they want to go with this Gul'dan. They want to be able to pressure the double support in any way that Tracer cannot. But yeah, I don't know. Luca, how do you feel about it before you jump out again?
I think I like the Gul'dan. It's going to make it really hard for the Malfurion and the Nubrak Vala to get too much pressure bot side, or the Stukov Vala, whatever it is that ends up down there. I think it's a good like sort of save to make sure you get to actually play the video game, but we'll see how much value they can get as we go into this game number 3.
Exactly. So I'll just head back to announcing the team that I'm obviously cheering for. Haha, it's X-Ray playing that Lucio. We've got Hasuops on that Gul'dan that we just discussed. Skoog's going to be playing the Tracer, and then we've got Benny on Johanna, and to round it off, Max Passion playing the Urel.
All right, on the blue side, we have Magneer playing a Nubrak, Virtual on the Dahaga, Ixir on Stukov, AoE on the Malfurion, and Yasuo on the Vala. I feck it up every time. Damn it. I need an e-girl, or just Jam's voice. I need Jam's voice.
Yeah. There's no better way to introduce such a name.
Oh, really nice and stoppable there from the Johanna teacher that she lives. We have seen this being picked up by Bad Benny twice now. The Zelius Glare was also picked up on Towers of Doom, the level 1. I do tend to see the Globes one being picked up more often in my level of play usually. So I wonder if E-Build is actually like the standard on Johanna.
I mean, having a double blind is pretty OP, you know? Definitely if you're playing into a Hypercarry's Vala, I think it's good, especially Malganir. Under a lot of pressure here. Gets to make it back into the gate though. And we actually have the Fetid Touch, the ranged ability, basic abilities for Ixir. These ranged attacks also slope enemies by 20%, but only very briefly. And of course they deal a lot less damage than when you actually slap them with your big arm. Oh, but a big rotation of the top side means that Virtual is going to become first blood. On the other hand, we do see that Hasuops has spotted out that the siege camp is getting invaded. X-Ray is coming in hot. I think they might be able to catch somebody here. And they're going to find Ioia. But Vala is going to be the first one to go here under the pressure of Skoog and Bad Benny. It's Hasuops on the point, and now Stukov finds himself stuck in between everyone else. Tries to get the damage out onto Gul'dan, but doesn't quite get the job done yet.
It was a really nice call by the blue team. They knew that the red team was committing to ganking the hack up on the top side, so they were like, okay, let's invade and take their camp. But because they have a single damage dealer on their side and going for a double support Vala, it means their early game damage on camps is just very, very low, and they weren't able to grab it as fast as they expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think the rotations are also just really fast on the side of the red team.
Ooh. Bad Betty popping in a little bit low. The blue team is stepping up here to try to grab the objective, but Tracer and Lucia are battling it out as much as they can against a Nubrak. Nubrak desperately trying to interrupt it, but the Q doesn't quite connect. Fantastic knockback there by Max Passion and interrupting a Nubrak from getting away. Really nice kill secure there.
Really nice kill secure and objective secure as well. So you see the first dragon going over to chelvinmissesthesee every day. I'm gonna keep struggling with pronouncing this team name, but this time I did it right. So we see a 1 level lead now coming in already. The top gate is still standing. The mid one has fallen, and then the bottom one is under slight pressure. As we're gonna hit level 7 on the red side soon. So how does the blue team get to play the video game at this point? I'm wondering. This is a big quest complete after 3 minutes and 15 seconds. But it feels like Bad Benny is going to die for this one. Or is he? Oh my god.
Whoops.
Bench is being called here. Of course, Yasu and Benny playing on 30k Esports in the CCL League. So yeah, Benny gets to pull a little bit pull a little bit of BS here, back and forth.
Really nice attempt there by Yasu to secure the kill. He probably thought he had W up and 1 more second to secure the kill onto Bad Benny, but it wasn't enough. Really nice, annoying rotations here coming from the Lucio here, just being such a pest. But let's be honest, that's what Lucio is designed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what all Overwatch heroes were designed to do. It's just Anna didn't quite fit the concept there.
Anna didn't understand the assignment.
She's kind of like, or maybe she's too old. Maybe she also used to be this mobile. Oh, but look at the damage coming out from the team here.
Oh, really nice run away by Scope, but Vala is trying to commit to that. The rest of the red team rotating there. Following a little bit low here from the Johanna. Also, we mentioned earlier about the Sucky build from Gul'dan, but we do see the classical corruption build instead coming out from the Gul'dan, which means level 16. He's going to be absolutely devastating with his wave clear and just the pure damage that he can output.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious what we are going to see. I've been quite a fan of the big D talent that Gul'dan has now with the spell power increase. I feel like you can provide a lot more burst with this, but now we see the rotation from the whole red team, and Ixir finds himself locked in.
Ixir does find himself in a spot of trouble. Really nice cleanse there from the Malfurion. Really nice tongue action coming from Haka, pushing the Gul'dan into the root. But Stukov does fall inside of the blue team. Really nice counter kill there by the Tracer. X-Ray getting away with a margin of his HP. Well played there.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, this looked like such a good team fight for the red team. In the end, they end up trading a kill here. Securing that level 10 still. We have the Blessed Shield, the Quantum Spike, the additional maximum health damage. Oh, but a Blessed Shield that gets sidestepped here by a Vala, as we see the recall coming out from Skoog already. But Vala is going to be falling still, as Bad Benny now admits that he also should be benched for missing that Blessed Shield. And I have to say, I kind of agree.
Oh, really nice attempt borrowed there by Malganier, but the two Overwatch heroes do dodge a really nice route, really nice recall from the Overwatch character, but it isn't a whole lot of deaths coming out here from either side. Malganier tries to burrow in again, mispredicts. Really nice knocks back by Max Passion, really nice route follow up onto the Tracer there, but they just cannot kill the Tracer. They don't have that damage without the Vala.
I mean, the thing is, this Tracer is also pretty much always unstoppable. If the recall comes out, then X-Ray has the answer with the high five in the end. So it's incredibly hard to do anything here.
X-Ray does get a bit of tongue action from Virtual there, but does get burrowed. Oh, really nice stun there on Skull. Lucia does get out of the cocoon very quickly there. It looked like such a scary situation for them, but they managed to get out. Really nicely done there by X-Ray and Skull.
Yeah, I mean, they need they need more CC for Skook to be able to for him to not break out the cocoon.
Oof.
But now they find the bomb and a knockback. The luck. No luck involved here. Pure skill, of course. Lick comes out but doesn't quite connect from the Haka. As we see, bottom is getting pushed in here. Hasu has decided to back it up a little bit as Back Benny is in the back. And there he finally gets that blessed shield. And there is a fear to follow up as we see Iria under the tower. Vala taking some damage now as well. Has that vault available. Ixir is coming in with the heals. We see the strafe coming out and the knockbacks as well. Now the question is, of course, are we going to see more kills on the red side?
Oh, Yasuo's playing very boldly, playing on the edge of life, but it was really nicely done there. That Fear Blessed Shield coming out from Bad Benny and Hazel was just performed to perfection. Really nice flank from Johanna on the other side, which means that the red team do get the channel on the objective, but Anubarak is there in the middle, being a complete menace, while Gul'dan and Johanna capture the Bruiser camp on the bot side.
Yeah. I mean, I love how they're managing the map here. Both teams are doing really well, holding their own so far. Of course, blue team playing with a level disadvantage at the moment, not having that 13 available. They're stepping up a little bit. Their cap is being called, I hear, because of course somebody's playing right next to me. Let's not forget about that. The cap is being called. It goes out. Tracer manages the cap. Of course, being guarded by the Yarel. Burrow has been committed by the Haka, so he has to waddle somewhere. They find the leg.
Oof. Vala does fall, but really nice double root there coming out from Malfurion. Fear from Hazu Obs, capturing the Malfurion into the back line. Oh, I cursed it. No, I didn't jinx it. Never mind. Malfurion does fall. Ixir does get kicked into the other side. Really nice tongue action there from Virtual onto Max Passion, but clearly Max Passion wasn't passionate enough with that tongue action and does
I
get
don't
away.
think he's very passionate for that one.
That's also
Ixir
inside information.
Yeah, sorry. Ixir locked himself in. It was too easy. Ixir locked himself in. I'm just gonna swap the subject real smoothly there. All right. Yeah. Dragon Knight. Oh, not quite connecting that kick yet. Nice one from Yasu. Straight back into the gate. It's falling really low now. No level 16 available yet, so I'm curious if they're gonna keep stepping up here. Skoog with the dodge on the E and a very sleek bomb onto Vala. That means it's bye-bye time for them. Cocoon comes out. There's the blessed shield. The condemn connects perfectly. Malganeer has no answer to that, and that means that he's going to follow suit. And he's sent back to the Hall of Storms there.
Really nicely done. Nice tongue action there by Virtual onto Johanna. Does get Rue to follow up, so she isn't going to be able to move for a while. Ixir trying to desperately save his life, knocking back that Tracer away from him, and he does live to see another day with fantastic heal from the Malfurion. Root's going left and right, but just the unstoppable on Johanna is just too difficult to deal with. Oh, nice root! But the cleanse.
Yeah, the cleanse was there, but now Max Passion jumping in, gets a knockback. Everyone is up again on the side of the blue team. We're still looking 3 levels down, though.
Yeah, we are there a bit down. Really nice. Oh, Fear, fantastic. By Hazoobs, off to the point. The red team does capture the objective, while the rest of the blue team is just grabbing their knickers and trying to get away. The rest of the red team chasing down Virtual. Oh, really nice tongue there. Oh, but it just isn't enough to secure the kill on X-Ray, and it is the Haka who falls instead.
Wow, what a team fight.
So much back and forth. All right,
so much back and forth. Yeah, this is. But is this going to be game?
11 minutes in. Is it? Is this clownable?
That's the perfect thing to ask here. As we are in Hero Sound, everything is clownable. But another kill and the core is falling. So is it clownable? I don't think it is. I think they're gonna call it here. They're gonna call the GGs. 20% left on the core. The blinds are coming out. Double blind Johanna. It's obviously OP as they're gonna win the game.
Well done, GG. Well played by both teams. But that the the red team did manage to counter draft. It was very clear what the blue team were opting to pick and draft, and they responded so well. By taking away that Tracer, by taking away that Lucio. And that last pick Gul'dan, I had a few questions about it, but the fears were so on point from Hazo.
Yeah,
Really well played.
absolutely.
What an incredible, incredible game that was indeed. I mean, it seems like game one. Kelvin, this is every day. They needed some warm up. They needed a little bit of a chance to like just chill and sort themselves out. And then game number two, like, came out firing, and that is not stopping in game number three either. They just ran through that team, and some couple of moments there with the Valor maybe being a little bit too optimistic in what the hero can achieve. We've all had that moment where on the big stage the Valor is the allure. You see the play that could happen. Then you remember that Blizzard removed all her numbers last patch in a fit of spite, and now she doesn't actually kill everyone anymore. Doesn't work out for you, but I don't know. In the way of these finals, I'm sure Kelvin misses these every day are now going to draft 4 bruisers and a Abatha and lose in 10 minutes. So, the way the world works. Oh, God.
Yeah, but that being said, we are going to be taken to Volskaya Industries instead for the fourth map. And if it's one of those maps that maybe I could be wrong now, that heavy frontline maybe is not so good on this map, you'd rather actually pick as much range and as much poke as possible so you can stay protected under the tower. That being said, you probably maybe want a heavy frontline instead to just consistently survive and just be this obnoxious bully that allows your hyper carry to do a bazillion amount of damage, or free to do damage anyway.
The real secret sauce, the real like the stuff they don't tell you in school is what you really, really need here, more than anything else, is something that wins the game at level 20. And frankly, if you just sort of soak 20 and didn't even go to an objective, probably just win. Right? Like most of the early to mid game in Volskaya is just having a bit of fun before the game starts. And so in some divisions that looks like Nazebo. I don't want to say we're going to see Nazebo here, but then we also have Ixir playing, so I don't want to say we won't see Nazebo here, because statements like that are what, can go very badly for you in the end. But we're definitely going to see some Johanna popping up, I imagine. We're probably going to see the Valor reappear somewhere in the draft. The Stukov 20s are always nice. Malfurion does get a lot of value at 20, but we'll see. And who knows, maybe the Chen will pop up again.
Yeah, that Chen did really well last time. I'm sure Joy was absolutely delighted to see that Chen pop out there. And are you expecting to see it again?
If it's open, I'm pretty sure they'll pick it again. But I think Stukov on this map is also absolutely disgusting with the level 13. It hungers. I mean, you can easily get the resets on the point. You can easily get the resets on the support camp, for example, as well. So I think it will again be a priority on this map. Chen, I expect it to be banned, but what I would definitely also be up for seeing is a good old Bloodlust comp. Because, this map is all about brawling in the end.
True. Another pick that we haven't seen yet, but is very good on Volskaya Foundry, and I do know a few players that do play her, is Chromie. I do love to see the little sand gnome action from those teams. So I'd love if she could be picked up, maybe even early prioritized.
Perhaps. I mean, I think ban-wise, we're just going to see...
Rhaegar,
the Frenchies, the Frenchies banning out the Chen. The red team will ban out the Zarya. I mean, they have to. Yeah, there we go. So, otherwise, I'm not sure.
Fun bit of trivia. Last time, Volskaya Foundry was the grand final game number 5. Teams came in here and the game lasted 34 minutes, maybe even slightly longer. And in the interview afterwards, Kelvin wins these every day, as they were at the time, made the point that no one wants to do anything on Volskaya, because if you get one thing wrong, you just lose. And so I think what we're going to see is we're going to see some somewhat turtley comps that just chill. But maybe because Kelvin are in a position where they can afford to drop this map, they're going to play something aggressive, try and force the issue early, and have the sort of fallback of a map that's a little bit more standard to play on should this go badly.
All right, so something I have a little bit of insight here, of course. Having played for 2 seasons on also on Chelvin Wednesdays every day and then X-Ray Wednesdays every day. Then I've also played on a team for Heroes Lounge with both Skook and Max Passion, where we've played this map multiple times. There, one of our pocket pick drafts was to pick Imperius, Deathwing, and well, we had an exceptionally good Artanis player, so we had Artanis as well. With just any hyper carry and a support. So no main tank.
It is a possibility in this draft that we do see get Urel being picked up again. She did extremely well in the last game, but the blue team in response has swiped up that Lucio because they don't want X-Ray playing that I was going to say champion, but that hero anymore. And we do see Leo being sniped up here, something that they've permanently picked up all game, all season, and it is a complete comfort pick for Virtual. And I do really like it against a really heavy bruiser comp that the red team has been picking a few times
it's
today.
Just really good against Urel. But they're going to pick up the T-Real Tracer here. And as I heard the Urel lock in, I did hear a little bit of a sad Max Passion going, I did really want to play Ragnaros though. So, maybe we're still going to see that Ragnaros, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Oh, I think that the Tracer Tyrael is going to get them like that sort of high, playing for the early win, getting fight wins and momentum that I feel like they were. Oh, hey, production. Sorry about that one, guys. That was fine. You didn't miss anything. They told you what was happening. Look, if you can hear me,
you weren't saying anything muted again, right?
No. I just maybe didn't have the draft on the screen.
Oh, all right.
Look, right? You can hear me, or you can watch the draft. Right? Both is just—it's greedy, right? It's greedy.
No, I'd say hearing you, it's enough, right? It's good.
I think they preferred it the way they had it before, but life moves on. Tyrael Tracer is nasty, right? Like it gives you a lot of these really high micro execution fights where both teams have to execute. And you're basically saying, I reckon we can out execute you. We're going to go for this over and over and over again for the entire game. And if either of us mess it up, we're going to type at each other in chat aggressively whilst we lose.
Yes, exactly. Can I just point one thing out, because we've seen the banning phase. We've decided to ban out on the Frenchie side Junkrat, and on the other hand Varian. So one thing I'd like to point out is for everyone that is that has a tab open with the Heroes Lounge website by any chance, go to X-Ray's profile on Heroes Lounge and look what it says. All right, that's enough time. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now. It says Malf and Deckard OTP, please don't ban. What did he just pick? Malf. So it was pretty obvious. He was gonna pick Malf. They were gonna aim for it. They have the Tracer. They have the Tyrael. Malfurion is good with both of them. He's quite safe into Garrosh. He just doesn't really have an answer for isolated targets. Well, or Genji maybe, but we're gonna see what that will be all about as we head into our fourth game.
Definitely
potentially our last.
They've chosen to give X-Ray's main and the biggest comfort healer for Tracer by far over there. I guess they were worried that because Tracer was up, they couldn't pick Junkrat, and playing against Junkrat Tracer felt like less fun than sort of uninstalling the video game.
But Genji into Tracer Junkrat
at a time.
Yeah, but if you plan on picking Genji, then I'm like, why would you remove the Junkrat? I personally wouldn't remove the Junkrat.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me,
Yeah.
Maybe, as we will say farewell to Luca. Thank you so much for joining us during the draft. But we are going to go into game number 4 on Volsky Foundry, as we have the red team here, Skoch on the Tracer, Max Passion on Urel, Bad Benny playing Tyrael, Hazwabs on the Mephisto, and X-Ray playing Malfurion.
Yes. And then on the other hand, we have the Bobby Kotick fan club. They've got a win here. And maybe they've got a win on their hands with this draft. We are going to see, as we have Ioea on the Lucio. Ixir is going to provide us with some interactive gameplay with his Rainer. Then we have Yasu on one of his favorite picks, Genji. Malganir is on that Garrosh virtual on his fantastic comfort, the Leoric.
All right, we're going to see a small bit of a brawl. Yasuo already dashing in to the miss of the red team, unable to be punished immediately here. Popping extremely low here is the Lucio. Oh, the bubble animation of Tracer being warped back was really nice there. But they do secure first blood onto Tracer. Really nicely done by the blue team.
Oh, Malf actually taking a fair amount of damage. He doesn't pick the health pack anyway. It doesn't matter.
Emerald Dreams being picked up by the Malfurion, putting everyone to sleep as Ixir and popping extremely low there, but they do speed themselves out of trouble. Yasuo dashing in, doing a lot of damage onto the Malfurion, popping extremely low. I do expect X-Ray to be taking the Silence ultimate to be able to, to try even to deal with the Genji that's going to be dashing into the backline constantly.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an answer to the Genji. Is it an answer to anything else is the question. As of course you're going to be providing armor for your team and for yourself. You have a regrowth applied to yourself or your allies. Also very valuable, I think.
The red team is already taking the fortification camp. Blue team slightly behind. Usually these do get grabbed up in the first minute, but just because of the constant brawling and annoyance that the teams were causing, they were slightly delayed. Tyrael grabbing the top soak in the meantime. The rest of the team grabbing the soak in the mid lane. Leo does step up here just in case the red team plans on invading.
Yeah, but the red team not having that level 4 available yet, of course, makes it really hard to pull off a successful invade. We have the cyber agility already used here. Malganir taking some damage as Yasu arthing back, changes his mind. Pulse Bomb gets committed but doesn't secure the kill here as the brawling just continues on.
The brawling continues on. Yasuo doing everything he can to throw in a couple of auto attacks in between his abilities, but Garrosh is rotating onto the top side. They're looking to do some damage here onto the Tracer, but she does spot it out a little bit early. The rest of the red team rotating here on Malganir. He's popping extremely low, does get rooted, does get CTs, pops his unstoppable to try and get out, does throw away the front line to save himself and actually gets away with a margin of HP. Really nicely done there.
Yeah, I mean, you can think about how much damage they dealt to the Garrosh if you see that Tracer walked out with the same percentage of HP.
Yeah, they are taking the siege camp on the right-hand side. Yes, this is a very bold invasion here from Genji.
It is, but I mean, he looks to be uncontested so far. There is no healer nearby, so Skook is so very low. Has to back off. Urel is on her way, but the camp has already been taken. Maybe we can find a nice knockback here. As Ixir gets thrown out, the pulse bomb gets connected here, and that's going to be the kill. On the invade, we have Malfurion a little bit on the run here as Urel keeps jumping in. Protect is getting used. There's no level 7 yet, so no. Neither team really has the advantage here, except for there's still a camp pushing for the blue team.
Tracer is going to be able to clear it pretty quickly though, but the blue team do start grabbing the objective slightly early, getting the first couple of percentages. The rest of the blue team rotating bot side, trying to put some pressure onto the Max Passion. But Yasuo does get away with a third of his HP still left intact.
Oh, Ixir looking to disengage here. Bad Benny doing a lot of damage, causing some mayhem in the backline, but it's Yasuo that's gonna fall first. X-Ray still under a lot of pressure. Has to back out here as AoE skates in and also falls. Now it's gonna be Malfurion at last. But they trade him still for the Leoric.
Oof, a bloodbath between two teams, but 3 for 2 as the rest of the red team is battling it out. Leo is going to be able to come back for the blue team here, but I don't know if he wants to be on that spot just yet, as he doesn't have a whole lot of backup.
He does not, as we see Xer is picking up another camp. So how are we looking? Because we were saying, okay, we want to kind of wait out until the late game happens. So if we are looking how this progresses, I have to say they have Mephisto on the red side, which I think has gigantic and disgusting late game potential. So what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, Mephisto's going to be a huge thing late game. I absolutely agree with you. Tracer is also very obnoxious with her level 20s, as Luca did mention earlier, that this map can sometimes be just a fight for your level 20. Not sure how Genji's going to be able to battle this out here, as he's battling between Tyrael and Mephisto. But the blue team do get 99% overtime here. The rest of the red team trying to knock them off the point to start capping the objective as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do see that the Indomitable has already been committed here on the side of the Garrosh. The Shade of Mephisto doing so much damage as Halasu is just getting reset after reset on his abilities. We see the level 10 has hit. The Endurance of Hate does not connect though, as we see Yasu hearting back into the friendly base as Garrosh is going to pay the price. So now the capping is back over to the red team. A lot of ultis getting traded here. We have the Sanctification. That is still available, and the Twilight Dream, as you predicted.
I thought the Twilight Dream would be a really nice potential for X-Ray to outplay the Genji and to punish him for charging in. Do you see that the red team have been taking the support cam? Yasuo just spotted out, but it isn't a whole lot that he can do. Scope taking a lot of damage from the deflect, and Lucia's trying to harass the rest of the red team, but it might not be enough to do a whole lot, as the Trig has been secured and taken by the red team.
Yes, it has been, and Tracer did not pick up the health pack talent, so is allowed to enter the Protector. Just as I'm gonna say that now.
Oh.
As I believe that the current bug, for people not aware, is that if Tracer picks up a region globe, she can then heal the Protector.
Ah.
So.
I wonder if that action is banned by Heroes Lounge as well. Or
It is, that's why the moderator posted it in the chat earlier.
Ah, okay, I see. But Sko is on the top side trying to secure the kill. They're onto Ixter, does have to flip himself back. Oh, gets away with a margin of HP. Maybe Yasuo will be able to secure a kill, but it is Mephisto who gets... No, that's not Mephisto! It's Tyrael who gets thrown! I would have just gone through
the healing item off, but I mean, there's not much more that the red team can do here, right? Like, they don't have the frontliner.
Well done.
The blue team were just so stacked on top of each other, I couldn't tell which member of the red team was getting absolutely obliterated there. But it was Tyrael after all. Because Tyrael, even though he's a tank, his hitbox is tiny. He's a skinny tank.
Yeah, he's so small. Yeah, he's a skinny legend.
We seen a possible invade here.
Yeah, I mean, the level 13 is around the corner. All 5 members are here of the red team. I don't think this is a good idea. Into Endurance of Hate, into Sanctification and Twilight Dream. You don't really want to fight the red team in a clutch.
You don't want to fight them in tight little spots here, but we do see that there's a nice invade here by the red team onto Leo. But
the taunt gets whiffed.
Yeah, Skok does get away in the last second away from Malganir. Yasu does get a bomb from Tracer, does pop extremely low, needs to back out. Virtual popping extremely low. Malganir does throw his teammate out to safety. Unstoppables, the ultimate endurance. Really nicely played here by the blue team to disengage from this, as they were only 4v5.
Yeah, really, really well played. With the 4v5 indeed. X-Ray. Ixir is trying to like double soak as Jimmy, or... And we keep seeing these double Dragon Claws coming out from Yasu, which I think is quite cool to see.
Yeah.
As it takes some damage that you need to deflect. But now we find the Entomb onto X-Ray, still have the Twilight Dream available, have the Sanctification. So X-Ray is just chilling, kind of. More or less, he's just sitting very safely and cozy in that Entomb. Like you are sitting at home right now, Token.
Very true, but Ixir does get thrown to save him. Malganir has to throw his teammate to try and keep him alive. Ultimate down for Genji because he had to use it to dodge Pulse Bomb. The rest of the red team trying to chase down the blue team as they are being dove under the fort. There is no wall, but the fort itself did keep the blue team alive. The red team are going to be able to secure this elite support camp because the blue team is just not healthy enough to contest it.
Yeah, I feel there is a significant lack of damage on the side of the blue team. I don't know how you're looking at this, but like I feel like Genji is trying to dash out as much as he can, but he just can't do it on his own. I think if they find an isolated kill, then they can get kills. But I think on a straight 5v5, there's just no way that they can deal enough damage to everyone to secure a kill that Malfurion can't save, that Tyrael can't save. Not even to mention Ardent Defender from Yrel.
Really nice knockback there by Yrel to ensure that the pulse bomb got as much damage as possible. Mephisto throwing out, dishing lots of damage. Taunt going on to Skok, but he is going to be able to stay full HP. Really nice sanctification. Durin's Hay narrowly missing. X-Ray is alone in the entomb, looking to hug a friend, but there is no friend to be found as he falls down. Gersh is also another one to praise the price. Virtual trying to stay alive as much as possible. Yasuo juking left and right. Ixir does fall to a fantastic dive by Tyrael and Tracer. This team fight did favor the red team as they secured 2 kills.
Yeah, a little bit of an unlucky sanctification there. Just didn't hit the entomb. Maybe a slight miscommunication, but a nice execute here from to the Genji by the Tracer, so to say. With another camp being picked up. And the level 16, of course, very comfortably secured. Objective has been active for quite a while, and both teams just haven't really bothered channeling it yet.
I mean, we all know that the objective isn't that great on this map, not until much later in the game. We see a counter engage coming here from the blue team. I do feel like despite the fact that they have Lucio, the blue team, it's very difficult for them to grip onto someone, you know, with Tyrael, with Tracer, with Malfurion movement speed. It's just so difficult for them to like clutch a hero and kidnap them.
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to Garrosh. Like, Lucio doesn't really have a lot of CC to offer. It's like I would say that's his weakness, and by right, because he has so much else that he offers to teams that have very heavy CC. But they just don't really. Like, Leoric doesn't offer much but a slow and the entomb. And if they don't kill the person in the entomb, then that's that. And there's a big silence coming out, followed up by the Endurance of Hate. There is a sanctification to block the path. As Garrosh is the one that's gonna go. They're gonna look for Virtual now, and he's gonna fall next. Max Passion jumping under the fort, finds a big knockback onto Ixir, and Ixir's gonna follow suit here. 3 very clean kills for chelvinmissesthesee every day, and now there's Yasuo under the tower. Are they gonna stop him?
They are going to stop him indeed, but he is going to be able to stay alive as he dashes out to safety. Still Hearts back quite boldly in front of their faces. Hearts packs do get interrupted as Yrel is already channeling the objective on the top side, while the rest of the red team is getting the mid fort here. Mid keep even, mid keep wall. They do secure it really nicely grabbed here. Fortification camp not up for another couple of seconds, but they opt for pushing bot side. The next objective is going to be in the bot lane, so grabbing this bot fort might be a really big shout out. They can't steal or snipe the fountains as we used to see before in the past, so they have to actually grab the fort if they want to take that well down. Ooh! Nice dodge. The movement speed coming in clutch there from Malfurion does get away from that nasty entomb.
Wow, that was well timed. Like, right next to me, there's the same time that you go, ooh, there's another ooh right next to me. As we see the Endurance of Hate coming out, doesn't quite connect yet. Root comes out as well, more like a zoning tool. I presume we still have that Twilight Dream available for Genji when he tries to jump in once more. The healing item's already been committed here. Turret is still available. Ioia in the clutch, still dashing out damage with the Tyrael as the Protector has been fully channeled by Max Passion, who probably really enjoyed being on that point completely AFK.
Someone has to do it. But the protector is on the top side, pushing that front wall down and going to that fort. Some members of the blue team are going to have to respond while the rest of the red team rotating bot side here to push that fort. Like I mentioned before, now that you can't snipe the fountains and the wells, you do need to kidnap that fort to be able to secure it. Really nice bomb there onto Ixir, but a taunt throw combo onto the Tyrael, trying to secure a kill on Bad Benny. Ooh, it looked like Sanctification got interrupted by the Lucio boot there. Genji doing so much damage. Endurance aid onto Hazu does get away with the margin of HP. Fantastic Sanctification coming out here from Bad Benny.
Ixir getting chased. The throw is not enough to provide the armor to survive the bomb. Iuia falls as well. Gook is taking names on the tracer here as we... Hazu now with the Mimic on 20, also doing an immense amount of damage. As they find 3 kills here with their level 20. The Protector has not even managed to take the fort, by the way, just as a heads up.
Virtual was defending his solo and only got... and the wall was pretty much down already, so when he took half a fort, that's incredible. While the rest
he's gone drain build, so he probably does a big amount of damage to it. As you see Genji now doing some good damage to the backline here. Hasu is definitely respecting it on the Mephisto, backs off a little bit. Still they're damaging the keep here. And with the Mimic, they are getting this bottom keep. Oof, sadly, the Entomb does not connect.
Leo does get looted, but he does Wraithwalk out of there. Genji doing as much damage as he can with his protected. Narrowly missing. Oh, really nice extract there to get away from all that damage in CC coming out from the red team. But Yasuo doesn't seem to be done. He's looking to try and do a lot more work here in the backline as the blue team is desperately trying to defend their core now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, do they have the means to end here? The level 20 Mephisto, it's so incredibly oppressive for the Garrosh. He can't really do much. He finds the taunt here onto Uriel, but the silence is giga omega gigantic as it hits so many people. They find 3 more kills, and now I think it is quite safe to say that the red team has the potential to close out the game here.
Yes, the red team is going to attempt to close it out here. Yasuo popping extremely low, just uses Protect and dashes out on the completely other side to bamboozle the red team, but it isn't going to be quite enough. The rest of the red team chasing him down as, I wouldn't say as BM, as honor, as they secure the game, but not only the game, but the whole series, the whole championship, and the finals. GG.
I like how we see the mouth taunt coming up before the end here. I called it X-Ray. That's his main. And yeah, all right. Very well played by both teams. But congratulations to chelvinmissesthesee every day for winning Division 1+.
GG, well played indeed. As we're returned by Luca again. Hello.
Hello there.
Please double check if you unmuted yourself.
Oh, they can hear me. I usually only make each mistake one at a time. It's just they cycle, you know? Then we hit the next one, and then the next one. But I think we're out of mistakes to make as we have made it. We have got our Division 1+ champions. And maybe on paper it's not a shock, but after those games, they definitely earned them. And after game 1, at least, there was definitely some real contention. We are going to be once again welcoming chelvinmissesthesee every day as champions of Division 1+. A massive congratulations to all of their players. They've done very well in order to get this far, and hopefully they will shortly hopefully they will shortly be coming to join us all for an interview here in the old Heroes Lounge channel. But before we get there, Tofu and Joe, what are your thoughts on the series?
Oh, it was really fantastic to cast this. It's been a while since I casted higher level play. And it was really interesting to see what was drafted, what was prioritized, and the mind games that were played, specifically in draft even, by both teams, you know, giving out respect bans, knowing what the meta was, and picking and counter picking accordingly. And I think that's one place where chelvinmissesthesee every day, what they did so well was knowing and predicting what the enemy team was going to draft and you know, playing accordingly. So really well done to them, and they absolutely deserve this. I was going to say deserve this win. Third time? How long have they been winning?
I'm sure that they won't know either when we ask them.
They probably don't know. Let's be fair.
Well, we are about to be joined by all of them now, but first of all, we are going to hear from Fallop. He's going to let us know what is going on. So, Fallop, well, hang on a second now. So I can't move them anymore because they're in a channel that I can't touch. So that's fun.
So we just jump down there, or?
We can't jump down there because their lobby is maxed to 5. But that would have been a nice fix, wouldn't it? That would have been sensible. Can you ask them to move into the interview room, Joy, since they're literally right next to you?
Yes, I can, of course. If Max,
They all
Can-
want to join, I can also
move
drag them
down?
over.
Oh, Fallop can do it too. Yeah, bring them up. Bring them up.
channel we are in.
I think they're all in.
All right, good.
And here we go. Welcome, guys.
Here we go.
Congratulations on your victory. We're going to have a couple of words from Fallop about the games, and then we will let you say your piece. So, Fallop, over to you.
Yeah, well, yes. Well, first of all, big congratulations. I think you're almost used to it by now, I think. But this time it's Chelvin wins these every day. And as you know, for winning this season Division 1 Plus, we will send you the finest quality of medal as you have. As you might know, so we will send that over to you. And yeah, for the series, I think again, like the first game, maybe it was a bit of a wake-up game. BK Fan Club came out strong and they took the first one, but then you kind of got back in your groove and then you won the next 3. So yeah, big congrats there. But also shout out, of course, to BK Fan Club for making it to the finals and making it a nice series. And of course to all the other teams that participated in Division 1 Plus, and that hopefully we will see most of them back for next season.
Thank you. By the way, it's Kelvin misses these every day now because we started with Kelvin. It was Kelvin wins these every day, and unfortunately, Kelvin decided to leave us. Yeah, so here's what he missed. Yeah, the grand final.
Kelvin wins even when he's not playing. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Sure.
Yeah. He's busy winning in Pokemon now.
True.
True.
Well, an absolutely brilliant series there played. Second time now that we've had a chat with you after winning on Volskaya Foundry. A little bit cleaner this time than last season, maybe. How did you guys feel about that final? Was there ever any doubt?
In the first game,
After
given
the
how it
first
went.
game, there was a lot of doubt, I think. But-
Zero doubt. Only Hasu
We had
doubted.
one belief.
We just needed to be reminded that Zarya is a pretty good hero if you play her well. And then we checked Ixio's profile and we saw that man hasn't lost a map on Zarya ever, so we decided to ban it for the next 3 maps. Yeah. I think,
And it paid off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a good wake-up call that the Zarya destroyed us on map 1. It made the drafts afterward a lot easier, I think.
I mean, it's one of those picks where like you feel like you shouldn't need to ban it. Like we can play around it, and then you just
Then you
are
play
in that
against it,
game, and
yeah.
then you just fail to get kill after kill because of the Zarya shields, and yeah, and then she just
It's-
one shots one of you.
Sarah is like
yeah.
so snowbally. Like they just death ball and they push you, and if you can't break the death ball, it feels really, really bad.
Sometimes even those picks that you feel like you don't need to ban. It's just nicer not to have them in the game.
It's true.
True.
It's a lot
Yeah.
of satisfaction.
like Chen.
Yeah, there
I
was
mean-
definitely some priority swaps with the banning. Also from your side, you banned Lucio 2 times, then you played against it because you left it open the last game. You weren't very scared of it with your draft.
I think it's one of his weaker maps, so we decided not to ban it on Volskaya since the map is a lot about 5v5 brawling, and the map is, to be honest, kind of short on the lanes. Like, yeah, the lanes are kind of close to each other, so he can't be as annoying as usual. So with a comp like, I mean, we had like Myth, Turiel, Tracer. It's like very sustain heavy brawl comp that is based around auto attacking, and that is what Lucio is kind of weak against. So I think it was fine to give it the last map. Yeah.
And why we banned the others, I think, is obvious since they have like 4 Lucio mains.
Yeah, exactly. That we already discussed during those games. Trust me.
Malganer is probably a sneaky Lucian main as well.
Yeah.
Underneath underneath all that tanking prowess.
True.
All right. Tofu, do you have any questions?
Oh, well, congratulations, guys. I'm delighted to finally cast you X-Ray after many attempts during the season. Nice placeholders, by the way. Really well played. I'm glad to see that you got to play Malfurion. I'm sure you're really happy, especially with the taunt at the end of that last game. I'll just take this opportunity to ask you yourselves if you want to give any shout outs live on Heroes Lounge channel here, if you want to scream on top of your lungs to anyone.
Sure. I mean, shout out to everyone who, to my whole team, of course, here, and to everybody at Heroes Lounge who is making it possible. We got amazing, at least, I think everybody did get amazing medals, at least, who won, and it's quite cool to be here again. I think it's now my. It is quite. I have a few wins in a row now on this
We
one,
kind of
and,
predicted that you wouldn't
it's-
know how many times, so
I actually forgot, but it was super fun again, and every season is different. It's just like different teams, different players. Our team is kind of new each season as well, so just shout out to everyone who participated in it. Shout out to the casters as well, who are doing their best, to bring the content to the viewers. And thanks everyone for this amazing tournament.
I
anyone
think that
else?
sums it up well.
Yeah,
Hope
it was
I didn't forget
very good
anything.
shout out.
Shout out to our subs as well.
Oh, yeah. But do we give Berryhult a shout out for never showing up but being
No,
on the
no,
roster?
no.
That's a negative shout out, actually.
Yeah.
He
What
gets
do
a
you-
trophy. He doesn't need anything.
Shout in?
Berkult being part of the roster and not playing a single game, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
he was busy, I guess.
honorary member then.
True. The mascot.
The mascot. All right. Right.
Well, in that case, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to let you go and enjoy your evenings, but you've given us some brilliant games to watch throughout the season, and once again, another grand final. And who knows, maybe next season, the King of the Hill run will finally end, and someone else will be able to take away X-Ray's win, or maybe we'll just handicap you hard enough beforehand that we'll get a different champion. Who knows? Thank you so much for coming, and of course, a massive thank you to everyone who's been involved in the season so far, right down from the top of the board members who make this possible, who let us have these wonderful occasions, to all of the wonderful moderators working behind the scene. We've had Eric's and Sonny today doing it, but I know we've had others in the past, insiders being around. DK's done some work. I don't know if anyone else has been involved. I'm sure they'll get shouted out in the chat. A massive thank you to all of the managers, Samu, Transparent, Eric, for putting all the behind the scenes work in to make sure this can happen. And then a huge shout out to everyone who's appeared on your screen and talked, people like Tofu, Joy, Kex, and Johnny from today, but all of the other beautiful faces who've been involved as well. I know we've had some old favorites come back who haven't been on the channel for a little while, and it's lovely to see all of them. I think a second shout out, frankly, is needed to Samu, because none of this would have happened without him. The man has carried this whole thing with his oversized Christmas hat. God only knows how he's managed it. And finally, a massive shout out to everyone who plays in Lounge, because without the teams playing, without our winners and our second places and our runners up and all of the others who have got involved, we wouldn't have anything to bring to you. I'm going to leave final words for Tofu and then for Joy, having joined us and had to sit through all of this. So Tofu, say goodbye to the people.
Well, as always, thanks a million, Luca, for today, doing all the work behind the scenes, as perfect as it was, I also want to thank, again, you did say to Sony and Eric's as well today, specifically for the Division 1 Plus today with us. They did amazing work behind the scenes, as always. And obviously, a big shout out and thanks to all my friends in the chat who always come and support my casting and my games. It's really nice to see so many friends just supporting each other all the time. It's really great to see such a good show. Really appreciate it.
All right, I think that leaves it to me then. Thank you once again to the teams today playing. Absolutely entertaining series to cast. Thank you, Tofu, for always being such a nice co-caster. And Lucas, you forgot to shout out yourself, mate. Putting in the time today and making it happen. So shout out to you for doing that. And thank you, Hero Sound community, for watching today. If you haven't signed up yet, don't forget to sign up for next season. And and then we'll hope to see you then.
All that is left to be said is make sure in the new year, every Monday at 8 CET, you are ready for the Nexus Rumble. It's being revamped, probably. It's coming back. Get yourself signed up. It's the only real event. All of this is like nothing in comparison to it. Here's the Nexus Rumble. You know you've got to be there. Thank you so much to everyone who's made this happen, and we will see you all next season.
Thank you.
Oh.